Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop a line or two. I'd love a chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video or you're telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the video is uplifting, give you good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow they're going through trying times and think they need confirmation as well as validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. While you're at it, give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share and social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 Heyokas. Guides, our guides are forewarning. Get ready to know what side of the battle boundaries of the fences you're defending. And they're doing that a lot right now. There's a lot of different things that, has been going on for a while, to where a lot of people, vibrations, and just everything has just gotten comfortable with doing things. A lot of times, I used to look at a lot of stuff when I was doing. I said, oh, if I do this, nobody ain't going to be able to know about it. God, universe, karma, everybody, they know everything you're doing. Whatever is going on. It may not, think it's going to affect a situation or a person or whatever that you may be influencing or manipulating, but God knows on different things. I was telling on the chat earlier today, earlier, a few minutes ago, there's a lot of different things where universe is sending like contact clues on a lot of stuff that's going on, a lot of karma that's coming out, even a lot of people that have been going through the initial change, because it's like, it just seems like everybody that's on the spiritual path or enlightenment, they're sharing a lot of different things when it's coming towards different changes that are taking place. Everybody's pretty much on that same vibe, more or less. And it's showing you a lot of times, the devil will get into your head and, there's changes that are really taking place in your life and you're really trying to do as best as you can, and even if it's not, they're telling you to step up to the plate with what you truly want. You can say all these different things that you want to do, and you have to make sure that your vibration as well as your energy and your words are all matching up with what you say you want to do. Because a lot of times you're just like, oh, I want change in my life, I want to do this, I want to do that, but are you taking action for it and being disciplined enough for yourself? What your weaknesses are. You allowing yourself, even when you can't, you have to be around your weaknesses. You have to understand universe, Gaia, God, and karma is testing you right now to see are you going to do the right thing or are you going to allow yourself to back pace. And they're going to tell you, oh, it's going to be fine. Yeah, go ahead. And they're going to tell you, yeah, go ahead. And like, man, look, don't play with God like that. That's all I'm saying. And it's just like a lot of times, where even when I'm seeing on different videos and different interests that I like, especially I love watching a random act of kindness. I try to watch different things because I like horror shorts. I love those, and I love my crime videos as well, like That Chapter, Christina Randall, Bailey Syrian, Kendall Ray. There's so many different other ones that I also watch as well. And a lot of times it's like some of these situations is based on people's comfortability, because there's a lot of times you even see it just in the world with different celebrities and stuff, that's coming out, different things that's coming up, because it's like if you're one of those spiritual, and I'm talking about not spiritual like in religion or whatever, but within, as being a light worker or empath and stuff like that, you can feel like the different changes are taking place, even though these are changes that happen all the time. Everything is a circle of life, but it's hitting different. It's shifting different. Like, it's making you kind of timid. I know with me, I'm just like, look, let me make sure I'm on on the receiving end of wherever I'm pushing out, allowing myself to know if this is not going to be an investment, is this going to be set me back? Is this going to drain my energy? Is this going to have me on a positive vibration throughout the day? Or is this putting me in a negative, backspace where I no longer need, even when it just seems like life is unfair. The universe, you never know what's going on. So even if on your different synchronicities, it could be something that you're going through right now. And next thing you know, you'll see a spirit totem. They'll come by and you can be like, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to do the best I can. And it just seemed like something is coming in. And it could be a certain symbolism of a spirit totem, and if you're invested in that, you always tell people, Google when you see certain things that's crossing your path, whether it's a squirrel, it would be a certain dog or a certain cat, where you can see like a dragonfly or a moth or a butterfly or even lizards, different insects and stuff, they'll catch your eye. It's like there are certain things that's texting you, getting your attention to let you know certain things about your life, different ways that you're, different directions and stuff that's taking place. I've seen a lot of people, and even, in different videos, a lot of times, when it deals with people that, got some disorders, narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, sadists, masochists, all those different things. There's a lot of times that, people do a lot of evil deeds, some very devilish things. And they also want to pray. They want to go to church. There, I've seen a couple of people, that are preachers and all these different things. They do some hella stuff, because there's a lot of times, even from my experiences, as well as I hear other people feel like you're on God's good graces as long as you're making sure you pray every day, you're going to church every Sunday, going to Bible study, whatever. And it's like God will just ignore you, because it's just like you can't worship two different gods at one time. Even though I don't feel like the devil's a god, but you're an entity, but God's a God, and it's just the fact is, if you're praying and you're trying to do good in your life, you have to make sure it based on everything that you're doing in your life, by the decisions, the people you talk to, the things that you do, your interests, your hobbies, all these different things. But you can't do devilish things. And I was telling people, they were laughing at me the other day when I said it. You can't be praying to God and be on your knees and stuff like that, giving, tithes and offerings and breaking bread and drinking wine, whatever. And then as soon as you get out, you having your own personal handshake, with the devil, and you doing that. God just like, you just come over here and pray, and then you doing something to hurt somebody else. You can't do that. You really can't. And it's just a lot of times you can get frustrated because you're really trying to be, you could be that person that's really trying to not be back in your old ways and different changes. And there's a lot of people that are seeing those contents, or they feeling different rafts that, that's going in, because a lot of things is taking place in your life where karma has been hitting you heavy. And a lot of times we're trying to understand why these things are taking place in our life. But you have to understand, when you're on that spiritual change in your life, number one, veils are being snatched off. Things that you were entertained or things you thought was true, you're starting to see the true vibration. It was an illusion. It was a lie. These are the things we're showing you. But there's a lot of hectic things you're going through as well, too, where it's showing you're clearing your slate. So there's a lot of different things you may have acted on back in the day. It's like, remember how you played somebody, you lied, you probably stole, you cheated, you did this and this and that. You're feeling all that stuff because they want you to clear it all out, so you don't have to deal with that mess anymore. So when you're getting on that straight and narrow, you're going to appreciate those hard times. You're going to appreciate that setback. You're going to appreciate how people hurt you, or different things, seeing how people did you or stuff like that, or even how you did other people. And it's just like, I was that person, and I tell people a lot, I was that person that always had to have the last word, because I felt like, you're not going to punk me. If you say one thing, I'm going to come back 10 times harder. You want to doubt me, I'm going to make you question your own existence. If I'm going to sit up here and say, I don't like you, I'm going to let you know I don't like you. I don't play that little gaslight and stuff. I'm like, girl, I ain't trying to do that. And then just steady triggering that person all day. Or just, I'm going out my way to hurt that person, to distract them, and just try to make it seem like there's something wrong with them. I'm that type of person. You ain't got to worry about me biting up my tongue. I'm very heavy in my truth when it comes to that. Because if I feel like I'm going to, just rip your whole life apart, I'm just going to tell you, don't mess with me. You better sleep with one eye open. I'm out that one you need to turn your back on. Don't do that. Because it's like if I come at you, I want you to see it come. I ain't gonna sneak up on you. But I'm just saying, don't drop your guards like that when it comes to me. But now I'm that type of person. If this is gonna drain my energy, or this is gonna have me upset, or you're that type of person that I had to heal from, and I had to learn from that, and I appreciate that, because it's like I used to be that type of person. When I know, if you're in my life and I know you don't have any kind of good intentions about that, I'm about to get in some heavy trouble, just because the fact is I knew what I was dealing with. And a lot of times we can make choices, and we don't know until somewhere down the line. But those are the things that's supposed to happen. There's a lot of times I've said it, people I've connected with, like, Roz, if I could have went back in this and this time, or I've had that when I was up in my feelings, and said, man, if I could have went back at that time, I would have did this different. And universe and God always tell you, don't do that. Don't never have resentment or regret when it comes to meeting anybody, different decisions you chose to make, different people you tended to marry, have children with, or you went with, or you dated, or whatever. Don't regret those things, because all those situations had showed you something that you needed to learn. So if certain bad influences come into your life, if I've been in domestic violence type, connections with, different people I've dated. I didn't deal with all negative people, but there's no part of my life. It took me a long time to say I appreciated every relationship, every encounter that I had, because it taught me so much about myself and certain things that I need to entertain and be grateful for. Well, you probably be grateful for everything, but there are certain things you can see, certain red flags that are taking place into your life. They'll be probably for your protection later on. And anything wasn't for you, that rejection was for your best protection. But just being able to see that now. But that's that time where you're gonna get to that point where you're gonna appreciate even the people that stabbed you in your back, because it showed you. When universe is doing that big major shift, they'll show you a lot of people in your life that cannot go with you. They will tell you, hey, we're showing you what this person's like, and that could, just from your quick decisions or even theirs, you could have been that type of person that was supposed to bless them on their journey while you're blessing yours. And it could have been the other way around. But if your quick decision, judgment, jealousy, competition, all those different things, comparison, it can, mess up the whole slate. And then you're just like, well, you got what you got. You don't know what that person was sent into your life for. And if you forfeited your own blessing, that's all on you. We had other intentions for you, or you made this decision or whatever, or, universe can be telling you that as well. But there's always something that can come good out of that when you're allowing yourself to repent. You're allowing yourself to appreciate every situation you go through, whether it's good or bad, is something that you have to basically see as the same thing. It's knowledge, it's experience. These are the things that was supposed to be on your journey to let you know. There's times where I have slip up and I'll take a lot of things personal. That's anybody. We're spiritual beings and human experiences, not the other way around. But we carry those instances, it can be somebody being very harsh and very hurtful to you. And you're trying to understand, what did I do to make this person do that? And it's just like, everybody got their moments, or that person is just like that with everybody. You shouldn't take it personal. It's just up to you to be able to see what is being shown to you in those situations. So it's just like, in my times, a lot of times we can venture off and just in our thoughts. And I always tell you, keep yourself at a balance. You have to learn how to allow yourself to see everything as a learning experience for being positive. Allow yourself to let certain things go, because certain things, karma will show you. That's how karma works. If you don't let a situation go, they will allow certain things to really hit you in that point to where it's going to be eventually, let me just let this go, because it's not making any good for me. It's making my life worse. Let me allow myself to do that. Nothing can impact you in your way without your permission. And a lot of times it's hard for that. If you're that type of person that takes everything personal, universe is going to put you in a situation where it's going to tell you, stop taking it personal. The only thing you can take personal is personal about yourself. How are you allowing certain things like that to happen? Because there's a lot of times we'll ask the universe and God, like, why are you allowing these things to happen? And it's like the question you need to be asking yourself, why are you allowing those certain things to really aggravate you? When I'm just showing you how that person really is, and it's not, and it's not something you need to take personal, or feel angry about, but allow yourself to pray for people. There's been times, or I've said it and other people said it, I pray for my enemies. And why does it happen? It keeps getting worse because they feel that prayer is happening. And a lot of people don't want to invest in that as being a blessing. Don't allow yourself to wish bad on people who are already in their own punishment anyway, because there's nothing else even if it's directed at you, it's still happening to them. And a lot of times you don't feel that, but it's just how you choose to treat people, and how you choose to act towards people is how they treat themselves. There's a lot of times you can be in a relationship or a partnership, or just being able to associate. It can be your friend, it can be your family member, it can be, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, baby mama, baby daddy, whatever, partnership, whatever. You can't force somebody to love you if they don't love themselves. All you can do is just pray for that person, and hopefully they'll seek balance in their life like you're trying to do with yours. You can force, you can gotta force down the water, but you can't force them to drink. Can't make a baby sit up here and walk when they're still in that crawling stage. But those are the ones, it's just like, keep praying for them. Don't allow yourself to stoop to that level, because a lot of times it's like when people show you certain things, you got to believe them. They're showing you who they truly are. They're showing you, how they feel about you is how they treat you, and those are the things where it's showing you self-love, unconditional love. I had to teach myself, even when people treat you bad, you still treat them better, because you're representing your own character. Just because they say you do this, you do that, you do this, because there's a lot of times people want you to believe what they're saying about you, how they feel about themselves. And a lot of times it can really sting. It can really, it can be a double-edged sword. But what you're doing in your life. There's sometimes I see people don't want to try. They just want to mooch. They want to do other things. But when you're really trying to make your life better, and certain things are just not moving in the pace you thought they were, or you thought you should be a further down your path than you usually are, than you thought you were, or you planned, but universe is seeing that. But a lot of times it's not going to go on your pace. It's going to go on divine. What God feels like is ready for you. And those are the things he say, even when it's not going your way, still keep going. Because you never know when that flip going to be script. That script going to be flipped. Dyslexia, my bad. But those are the things you're going to really truly appreciate. Because there's a lot of times that I see things in my life and it can really hurt me. But then it's just like universe tells you to take a pause. Take a real pause and allow yourself to change the perspective on what we're trying to show you about yourself, your surroundings, your element, the energy you're willing to work in. Because they always tell you, be very selective. A lot of times if if people know you and just seeing how you have changed a lot, or different people, you're being very selective about when you're going to waste. You don't want to waste your energy on nothing, And a lot of times it's like if somebody comes at you and they're like, da, 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 you're going to allow yourself to say, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, or sometimes people will do something just to get a reaction out of you. They can't do that without your permission. They always tell you, if somebody's not trying to come and meet you at your, at your peace and your element, you got to be very selective about that. And anytime you move that, it needs to be moving up. Don't ever move down. And I had to tell myself that a lot of times. I had to catch myself a lot of times. And when you're allowing yourself to be honest, we do, and I always tell people, I use that a lot. The strongest person will admit to you when they done had a weak moment. And that's letting you know that person is strong. Because when you can tell somebody certain things affected you, but you're allowing yourself to work on it, even your enemies will do that. They know different things that they know, really be a thorn in your side. But you're allowing yourself to say, you know what? I'm working at it. Because, a lot of times it's hard to see that. But God usually brings that into your life for you to start breaking cycles. It will allow somebody who thinks that they know you. And a lot of times you don't realize, or even your enemies know, they can't have access to you from where you're at. They're used to it. They're only been able to experience and be around you on the unhealed you. Not everybody has access to your life unless you allow it to. If there's certain, and I had to tell myself that, I've had to tell other people, if there's something you did in my life to me that made me had to heal from you, you'll never have access to me like that again. If you disrespect me, make sure you don't ever need me for nothing else. And I say, I ain't mind if that was family, whatever else, because a lot of times we choose to deal with even family, You know, I've had my issues with mine. I've had different people that come to me and like, Roslynn, I really respect the things that you push out, because there's a lot of things you've been open and transparent with that you don't bite your tongue about. Now I tell people real quick, there's certain things I won't talk about, you know, just for past experiences. Just the fact is that I moved past that. So I'm not allowing myself to embody that no more. It's all about what you choose to be in your present about, and those are the things you have to work on every day. And it's just sometimes we are willing to take, that tongue lashing, that hand lashing, when it comes to family. There's always somebody. You were the black sheep of the family, or eventually become a goat. You will be the greatest of all time, and you're showing them, I'm not going to allow myself to tolerate that. There's a lot of people that stopped talking to me, as well as the ones like Roslynn, what, I really respected that. But you have to understand, family will make it feel like just because you're family, you're going to allow yourself to be that narcissistic, punching bag, or that doormat, or you're going to become that vibration of a gaslight, because you're family. But you have a choice to choose that. Now, I can see if it's in a different part of the situation, if you're still under, your position of guardianship with your parents, and then you're going to have to try to see if you can do something else to get into a better situation, and hopefully praying that you can get that help. But when you get to that point where you can make a choice, because some family will make you feel like, oh, she ain't got no choice. I've seen how different folks will move certain things around where I only had, well, she only going to have to deal with us or nobody at all. I chose myself. Because if I already see what you're giving me is not real, or it's you being selective about what you give me and doing it different from other people, just to appease other people, I'm going to choose myself all the time. And it's just like people ask me, Roslynn, do you talk to your family? No, not a one. Universe either took them out of my life or I walked away. I just don't entertain it. There's some people I see that I already know when you calling me is not about nothing good, and nothing is going to help me grow or inspire me to anything. It's about to be something that I'm just like, what the hell? It's going to be one of them WTH moments, and those are the things that I had to do. And I tell people, you have to understand, when you are at a grown age where you singing it, when you're telling somebody, hey, I don't like it when you talk to me like that. I don't like it when you second guessing me. You want to brag about everything else, but it's like, if there's certain things I'm happy about, you give me a dry congratulations, or, oh, this and this now, or you just don't say nothing at all. You overtalk me and want to brag about something you do. If you got to tell people that too many times, they have gotten comfortable with doing that because they know they can do that with you. And I've had that. And it's just like, now I can allow myself to do that. When you did that emotional and spiritual cleansing, you'll start seeing what these people are showing you. There's a lot of times people are looking for other people because they're looking for their ego to be fed. So they go to people that's going to sit up here and constantly, flirt with them, or make them feel important, or make them look like the things they're doing is just bomb.com and ain't, best thing to slice bread. That means that they're feeling they're looking for external validation, or different things where they want everybody to see the good, but they start feeling some type of way if they see the bad. That means you're worried about what everybody is thinking about you. There's people that have all flaws. And I tell people, never be ashamed of different things that have taken place in your life, or different things, where you even see your enemy at. There's a lot of times for that to make me make peace in my mind as well as in my heart, to be on the same balance. They're using exactly what they knew they had at that time. That's all they know how to do. And there's a lot of times you can come into somebody's life and be very genuine, no hidden motives, no hidden intentions. But if they've dealt with people that always, if I give you this, you got to give me that. Or, if I'm doing this, I'm being nice because I want something, or I'm trying to, trap you into doing something. So you're doing what I want you to do out of controlling your life. But when you're actually coming in somebody's life that's genuine, that's going to shock them, and they're not going to know how to deal with that because they never had nobody do that. So it was just like, by the time they actually figure that out, it's going to be way too late. So it's just like these different things are taking place into your life, and universe and God is wanting to understand what fence, the side of the fence you're going to be working on to defend in this battle. Because God always gonna win. Love always wins. Whatever God got going on, it's gonna always win. Just because evil and stuff be trying to intercept and manipulate, That's what they got to do. They can't tell the straight truth. They're going to give you, give you a lie and trying to mold it up as your truth, because universe, your ancestors, they picked you to be able to do that initial change. And there's a lot of us that had something very, very hurtful, very harmful, very traumatic that's taken place in your life, because there's so many people around here want to use the excuse that they've been a person scorned, or they don't went through all this to where they feel like that's their reason to be toxic. That's their reason to be projecting negativity on people, because they don't want to heal. They don't want to accept truth. They don't want to do accountability and responsibility and ask how they can volunteer to say, you know what, I added a part to my own suffering as well. That's not easy to do. I mean, it's downright daggone uncomfortable. But I tell people I had to take ownership of that. I can't blame everybody for everything that I've gone through, because I had to allow myself to say, you know what, you played a part in your own self. They may have done different things in their life, but you got to own your part too. You can't use that as an excuse for every single thing that's going on in your life. Be honest with yourself. If other people want to lie about that, that'll be their story. But they want you to be on the straight and narrow, because a lot of times, devil knows what your capability is. They know what your potential is. And they will do any and everything to make sure you doubt that, because they fear something they don't want you to discover within yourself. And that's the reason why you got people on your life like that. That's the main reason why it's hard for you to get the things that you're working hard for, because you breaking things that can no longer continue. And it takes the beast to do that. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Munai, the philosopher. Thank you as always. Jennifer Cheney, much love to you. Thanks, sis, for all the beautiful comments you sent. Pharaoh Hazard, much love to you. Nikki Love and Brian Dodry, much love to you as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. Please drop a line. I always make sure I do upload YouTube shorts. It's like a lot of different people that I really see on Instagram, not taking the credit for any of their work, but just sharing it, because there's a lot of beautiful things that they see, and, they show there's entertainment in there, or it's just like a positive reminder of different things that's taken on. And, wherever that name is on their, their little account, the account title or whatever, please go, and follow them, because they really do have some beautiful videos and stuff. And they, really have positive as well as entertaining things to share with other people. So, make sure you go ahead and, follow them over there on Instagram if you do have an Instagram account. But I do leave all my contact information in the description box below. It's all about, if you want to connect with me, a lot of people, hit me up on one-on-one. It's like I'm a social worker empath, or, empath one-on-one or whatever, just to be able to help people do a different understanding. Or a lot of people ask me for my insight on different things that's taking place that they need a deeper understanding about on their mission or purpose. I try my best to be able to do that, and everything is confidential, so you don't have to worry about that. I try my best to be able to help out the best way I can. If it's not from my experience, from the universe gives me the information, or I find it on the on the internet, just to give you a deeper understanding about your purpose. And I'll also leave my podcast link down there as well, that I have on Instagram, on a couple of other podcasting social platforms that is there as well. As this is the weekend, please be safe and responsible at everything you do. Whatever you're trying to manifest into your life, I hope it comes triple times, a million, 10 times bigger than what you expect, and it comes sooner than you predicted it as well. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibe, frequencies. You just never know. All those things that really take somebody a long way. You'll see me on my next video. Much love to you. Whatever is on your mind that has really got you occupied and really feel like things aren't getting better, trust and believe. Never, everything is not what it seems. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your path. Better things are coming towards your way. Whatever is heavy on your heart that really has you distracted from seeing anything good or even moving good, I pray that you have it removed. Whatever vibes you need to uplift you, to keep you going, I'm sending it towards your way. And, clear your mind, do it, whatever you need to do. Don't quit. Don't give up on yourself, and don't stop, because better days are coming for you. Much love to you. Peace. Namaste.